not looking at the description right now, but so he has an 8% interest rate, a couple months behind on the payments, has solar.
Mm-hmm.
The solar payments are current, just the mortgage isn't. And then he did
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of updates. So the updates to the house, was that like, did he do that through like a HELOC, or why why is his payment so high, or why does he have an 8% interest rate?
Ah, that I forgot to ask. Hmm. It looks like maybe he did a HELOC, huh? Let me just go back to his last text message.
Yeah.
Um, because he wanted me to emphasize that on the description, but. But I
Yeah,
did
it
tell
was,
him that, sir, I can reach out to a lot of my investors, but because of the high interest, let me see if I can get an investor.
mhm.
Um, he was saying, Imelda, if someone wants to buy it without me having any cash yet, and MB Realty's commission, it's like 300. They have to come up with 309,000, but
Mhm.
that doesn't include the commission and realtors. Commission, realtor, closing costs, and his
Right.
cash entry. Let me just look at his last text message. He said,
Because I'd assume if he did the updates, he probably got a HELOC on it, and that's why he has a high interest rate. Or
um,
did he own it before free and clear, or do you know?
oh, he just bought this property like maybe 5 years ago.
Okay. Hmm.
So yeah. hmm I remember he said something about new pump, water heater, tankless water heater. Let me go back to 121 Whisper Drive. There you go, Zillow. Zillow. There's a swimming pool. That's a plus.
Yeah. I guess I'm just trying to
Plus,
figure out like why that rate is so high. Like what happened that he has such a high interest rate?
yeah, maybe because of it looks like that he got a HELOC, huh? He said air conditioned furnace or replace and air ducts, attic insulation, pool pump, garage doors, new water softener, and 25 solar panel system added. Good lord. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
And
those.
he said, Imelda, if we cannot sell this in the next 90 days, I'm going to be foreclosed. That's what he said. So I remember I told him, I said, hey, are you open to creative finance?
Yeah.
And he said, yes, as long as the number makes sense. Give me something. Give me a cash entry or something like that. And he said, I cannot afford. And now I'm an employee of MB Realty, okay?
Hmm.
So they'll just give me all these leads on a weekly basis or monthly basis.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't want to take over this thing. Yes, sir. Um, and I'm very familiar with the creative finance. I've closed my own personal leads in the past.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I wish I know you back. I think it was just April.
Hmm.
Um, I actually assigned that to another investor and made a little bit of profit on that instead of me taking over. The Roy CD was pretty good, yeah, because
Nice.
he was really desperate, and she said she would rather have even just a $5,000 cash entry
Hmm.
instead of getting a foreclosed and have a bad credit, report.
Yeah.
So yeah, but this time, no, I don't care. So I'm looking at, but I did my comps, Ryan, and I think let's say in the next 6 7 years, you'll be able to sell this home for more than right now. The comps like between 360 to 380, only with in ground pool.
Yeah.
So I think there were only eight properties that I pulled for the last 6 months. So perhaps maybe you may be able to sell it 400,000 plus.
Yeah.
Hopefully
I
in the
think
next seven
I think
years.
with this one, like, I don't know if I would really be interested in taking it over
Mm-hmm.
Subto, just because the interest rate is so high, like 8%.
Mm-hmm.
Holy smokes, you could probably.
Yeah,
I don't know. That just doesn't really make
but you may be able
sense.
to rent it out. So I'm using I got an Airbnb properties now.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you use not Airbnb, okay, let's say like corporate rentals to traveler nurses,
Yeah.
you'll be able to get 5,000 or more each month. Um, I guess if that's your strategy, right? But if you have other strategy like I don't know, like what do you call it, like wraparound mortgage,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, nobody will get it for 8%.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that I'm not open to the corporate rentals thing. It's just like it doesn't, to me, an 8% interest. And I mean,
Mm-hmm.
the payment's 2,700. I mean, what are the long term rates there? They're probably like what, 2,000?
Long-term rates, I
Yeah.
don't know. I guess, but I guess if you can resell it like in the next 4 or 5 years and get your money back, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'd want to make a
I don't know.
profit.
What I was just thinking, maybe a cash entry of 30K or less. Um, let's say 10,000 for him, and I don't know how much he owes to MB Realty, maybe 8, 9,000, and then closing costs. I don't know. You might be able to
I mean,
get this property. Mm-hmm.
yeah. I mean, it's a little outdated, not terrible. I mean, kind of outdated.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably
Oh
need.
yeah, the carpet. There's some stains on the carpet. Basically, yeah, I did mention that on Zillow. So basically, that's the only thing. But other than that, roof is still fairly new, and yeah, he replaced the attic, insulation, air conditioning, furnace, pool pump.
Yeah.
Yep.
Huh. Okay.
Okay.
I need to look at this, but honestly, I don't think because it's an 8% rate like that, it's gonna
Okay.
make any sense. But there's no HOA, you said, or anything.
No HOA.
I mean, 30 would be way too much for me to be into this deal. I mean, I would literally want to be into it probably. Well, the solar we'd have to keep that in his name because I wouldn't want to pay that off. Um, so we could do that still, and then
Mm-hmm.
we just wouldn't transfer over. We would just leave it and then make those payments.
Leave it on his name, as
Yeah,
well as like Subto. Yeah, I was thinking about Subto deal,
yeah,
um, and then you guys, will pay his monthly mortgage.
mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, and
and
then yeah, so the solar would have to do that, would stay there, and then I mean, since he's behind, would have to catch that up. I mean, so at this,
oh, that's right, I forgot about that. Mm-hmm.
yeah, at this point,
Maybe that's like 5,000 plus.
I'd probably just like to catch up those payments and then pay NBE Realty, and that's probably about it, honestly.
Okay, I know he did state that. Imelda, I got to have something here because I put my own money on upgrades.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I told him about that. Yeah, it's very hard. So yeah.
Well, I mean,
Let's say
I mean, it looks like he just upgraded the kitchen. Is that it?
yeah, plus the the air conditioning,
Yeah.
attic installation, the garage door is new. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then the pool pump. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he did put his money there. So he was telling me that I got to have something to that I just cannot give everything away to an investor. He said they got to give me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, if is NBE, why does NBE get $10,000? Like that's a lot of money.
We got a different program, Ryan. It's really weird. 2 years ago, we have this program that we talk to a lot of homeowners. They supply us with all the leads.
Mm-hmm.
They hired over 200 plus agents here in Texas, and all we have to do is pitch to them, like, hey, we give you money. We will pay you. There's a monetary compensation there, and in return, they have to sign a homeowners benefit program with MB Realty that they will get their money back. They're the only one who can sell their house, or if if they sell it to an investor, or they don't sell everything to MB Realty, it's gonna catch up with them anyway, because MB Realty put a lien on their house. Yeah. So that whatever that was just my thinking. It was maybe 9-10,000. Okay, maybe because 2 years ago it was valued at like around 320,000. So I'm not sure exactly the amount, but yeah, they have no choice but to pay that. So I've been talking to I've been closing with a lot of investors for the last 2 years, and they agreed with that. I showed them the original.
Yeah.
Contract that all these people signed. They were aware of that because it was notarized, and they took their money. Some of them are getting $1,000 or $2,000 that they don't have to pay it back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So NB Realty would say, "I'll give you $10,000 or whatever," and then you put a lien on their house for $10,000, or how does that like?
It's not. No, we never give them 10,000. It is based on the value of their property. I believe it's like 3.3% or something. Based on, I had seen the highest amount that we give away was like 2,500.
Oh wow.
Those are like $500,000. Yeah, $500,000 home. Oh no, but everything was explained to them.
Okay, so you would give let's say 2,500, and then they owe you 10,000 in return for that 2,500.
No, not that. No, that we will be their exclusive realtor in the future.
Okay, well that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, okay, you gave them some money up front, but why is it $10,000? Like, why is the?
No, that was just an example.
Oh, okay.
Let's say, yeah, that number was just an example because I'm not in front of a computer.
Gotcha.
So let's say they owe $10,000 commission to MB Realty, and they sold the home. Whether they pick MB Realty or they sold it behind their back, they're not going to be able to get away from that, right? I'm pretty sure you, as an investor, you know that too, because we do put a lien, right?
Yeah.
Whenever we sign up someone, oh no, because another investor can take over. So I mean, in a way, I can understand what MB Realty. So shoot, I'm not gonna give my money to anybody, and then they're gonna stab my back behind my back someday, right?
Of course.
So in a way, they were, yeah, they were smart to do that, because we've been seeing a lot of those folks.
Gotcha.
They claim like they forgot MB Realty. Oh no, you did not forget. You think you can get away from from that? Yeah. So basically, what it is, when they close the sale, they're gonna have to pay that 3%.
Gotcha.
My broker kept pushing the issue 6%, but I've been telling my broker, hey, look, if the investor is not an agent, okay? Yeah, if there's no other agent involved, so really this homeowner only owes 3%
right
to MB Realty. But my broker kept saying, oh no, you don't understand what they sign up. They're supposed to pay that 6%. Even.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Yeah. I know, right? but Ryan, because my broker is also an employee, and she doesn't get involved when it comes to accounting and everything. No, I've been helping a lot of these homeowners by pitching the thing like, hey, would you rather deal with a traditional buyer and you're gonna have to pay 6% commission? I mean, double commission, one for MB and one for the other realtor.
Yeah.
And you have to go through inspection and this and that, 30 days or more, versus an investor's offer. Yeah, I mean, you can close the deal less than 30 days.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I agree. Okay, so that makes sense. I understand now. I think with this one, so it would be 3% commission. I think I need to see their statement. I need to see their mortgage statement, and I need to see the solar statement so I can see exactly how much they're behind, everything, and then how much they still owe on the solar until that's paid off, and then we can kind of go from there. But I mean, just off the top, like, my gut is telling me no, just because of the 8% interest rate. Like, that's so high. Like, normally I wouldn't take over anything like that. But I mean, if it's able to cash flow as another opportunity, I mean, then potentially
Mm.
it could still work. And, you know, as rates come down, then maybe I could refinance it. But then I'm scared because I have that solar lien on there. So I'd have to have enough equity in the property to refinance it to get a lower payment, you know, and a lower rate as well with that solar on there.
Yeah.
So,
Unfortunately, I don't know. He said that he don't get a statement from the Golden Leaf no more, but he can. He said I can give you their phone number, Imelda, and whoever the investor is interested, they can get a lot of information from Golden Leaf.
mm,
Um, but I got a copy of his mortgage statement. Yeah.
yeah.
That has the interest rate. So I don't know.
Yeah,
If you don't think it's
send me
like, yeah,
the
you think it's not gonna work for you, maybe it's not a good idea, to press the issue to the homeowner because he's already, yeah, he's really kind of down right now. He said, Imelda, if they're not really serious, even if they're investors, then I guess I don't need to be open with their offer. Yeah.
yeah.
So well, if it's just gonna sit on the market for 90 days, he's gonna be foreclosed. You know.
Yeah, well, we don't want that to happen. We can see if we can try something. But yeah, send me the statement and then see if he can try to call his solar company and get the solar statement because they should be able to at least send it to him if he calls. Like if just a random person called, they're not gonna, you know, give him any information on his account. So um, he would have to call
I'll try
and get
that.
that.
Yeah, I'll try that. But he's probably going to ask me, who is this investor? I want to know who is he, or are they, they just wanting to know about all this stuff about my house, and yet they're not serious about making an offer. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
I would
another
just
investor did that as well.
yeah, I mean, just tell them like, look, if you're gonna sell to anybody, they're gonna need all the information, and this is the only way that they can see the whole picture and all the information of the house, right? So whether we move forward or not, like, if he doesn't give me the information, then you know, there's
Yeah,
nothing for us to move forward on. Like, if even if
that's
you
true.
know, to know if I'm actually really interested in this or not, type of thing.
That's true.
You know, so
Okay, Ryan, I'll talk to him first, okay? Then I'll let you know, okay?
okay, sounds good. Thanks, Imelda.
All right. Okay, thank you. Have a blessed day.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.